My name is Katie Kat, and I'm here today to talk to you about something that might make you uncomfortable: your singing voice. But I want to assure you that it's not something to be embarrassed about. In fact, I want to encourage you all to sing far more often, regardless of your perceived skill. Because it's been my experience that singing is an incredible gift we all have. It increases our self-awareness, our self-confidence, and our ability to communicate with others. It decreases stress, comforts us, and helps us to forge identity and influence our world. I grew up being severely bullied. I was prank called, I had things thrown at me, I was called Dothead because of a mole that I had on my forehead that I used to call my beauty mark, but I had it removed when they made me believe that I wasn't beautiful. I'm not sure when it started, but somewhere along the line I started humming constantly. And though it got me more unwanted attention at first, I couldn't stop. And eventually the humming turned into singing that drowned out the world. Suddenly, I had a superpower. The teasing began to stop, and people began to listen. I had a way to stand up for myself. I could fight back. I had a voice, and I could say all of the things inside of me that I couldn't find the words to express. Now, as a professional singer, the most common comment that I receive is, "Oh, I wish I could sing." My response is always, "But you do." There are a great many of you out there who have had the best nights of your life singing karaoke. Though, admittedly, it may have taken a dare and a couple of beers. And I know you sing in your showers because everyone sounds great in there. And I know you sing in your cars because I catch you rocking out in my rearview mirror. And I get it. It is so freeing to revel unabashedly in the amazing vibration that your body can produce. The human voice is incredible. Look up Jamie Vendera on YouTube. Videos of him breaking a wine glass with just his voice total over 100 now. Or look up Portuguese soprano Ana Maria Pinto, who raised her operatic voice at a political street protest in Lisbon last year and became an icon for personal strength and peaceful protest. If you think of the times that you've been the happiest, I bet you can name the songs that you sang at the top of your lungs. And I'm sure you know very well the songs that you've sung to yourself at your lowest, the melodies you let rumble in your chest, soothing the ache. We all sing for the things that we don't have the words to say. But our society has very skewed views on the value of singing. Singing has become something reserved for elite talent, with money, producers, management, recording contracts, concert dates, auto-tune, leaving the rest of us with destructive self-criticism about our voices, and many of us believing, well, oh, I'm just tone deaf. But tone deafness is not as widespread as you might think. Most people who claim to be tone deaf are just unfamiliar with their voices. Most of our wrong notes are really just a result of nervous tension, and that is perfectly understandable because the vocal folds are incredibly tiny. They're only about the size of a dime, and they are inside of us. Therefore, we can't see it or touch it to understand how it works for ourselves. Combine that with all of the self-criticism that the music industry makes us feel, and it's no wonder people will claim to be tone deaf. But real tone deafness, or clinical amusia, only affects about 4% of the total population. So, if you can recognize and repeat this melody, La 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 la. I'm sorry, you're not tone deaf, and you can no longer use that excuse with me. Like an infant's primal scream, singing is instinctual and necessary to our existence. The amygdala is the part of the brain that processes music, but it also processes emotion and basic biological functions like pain and pleasure. Joy in singing comes from endorphins released by the pleasure centers and from oxytocin, which enhances trust and bonding. Studies have shown that singing releases measurable levels of serotonin and can lessen the feelings of loneliness and depression. And the breathing required in singing makes it anaerobic activity. It brings more oxygen into the blood and promotes relaxation. So it's no wonder that singers have a noticeably lower level of cortisol, the stress hormone, and that can relate to an increased immune response. And you do not have to be an amazing singer to benefit. And the benefits increase with practice. Vocalizing helps you to become aware of your anatomy. Like internal echolocation, you can help your brain create a map of your instrument, which you then subsequently use to build strength, endurance, and flexibility. And that exercise alone is good for your psyche. You learn to break down internal roadblocks when you learn to trust something that you cannot see or initially feel. So let me give you an example of something that you can do to improve your connection to your voice. It's a warm-up, but I prefer to call warm-ups making noise because it implies a lot less pressure to be perfect. So all of you are going to make this noise with me. It's called a lip trill. Put your lips together, focus right in the center, and blow. Ready? Right, we're all in this together. Let's try one more time. Ready? Breathe in. Nice, thank you all so much for trying that with me. So let me tell you the very cool thing you're actually doing. This is what's referred to as a semi-occluded vocal posture. It basically just means that your mouth is partially closed. By putting the breath pressure at your lips, you're decreasing the pressure at your vocal folds and letting more air pass. This provides the folds with more flexibility so that you can move through your range more easily. The added bonus is that the air accesses higher resonance, or your sinus cavities, which is essential for helping your voice to carry without becoming overtired. So try some lip trills and have a glass of water the next time your voice feels tired. Starting there, the possibilities for your voice are endless. Because singing also has some incredible superpowers. Now, I mentioned shattering glass and leading protests, but singing is also becoming widely recognized in the medical community as well. The act of singing is used to rehabilitate people who have lost the ability to speak due to stroke or traumatic brain injury. Singing and speaking are processed in different places in the brain, with the exception of the element of pitch. So by putting pitch to speech, that brain muscle connection can begin to rehabilitate. Singing is also becoming more widely recognized as a tool to help wake people from comas. Recently, one mother sang her daughter out of a serious coma with Adele's Rolling in the Deep. And the baby Mozart phenomenon that has become quite popular has led research to determine that babies actually prefer Bach, but also that premature babies respond better to treatment and can go home faster when recordings of their own mothers singing lullabies is played in their incubators. And you all have this amazing superpower. And I encourage you to use it for the amazing things it can do for your brain and for your soul. But if you are all singing, does that make my job as a performer obsolete? Not in the slightest. You see, if you all understand your voices, your brains have a better connection to my performances. Singers develop a profound empathy to any kind of verbal communication. When a singer watches someone sing, their brains react as if they were doing the singing. The same thing happens when we watch someone simply lift a glass of water. Our brains react as if we were lifting that glass of water. It's a phenomenon called mirror cells, and it's fascinating. As a performer, my world is fraught with judgment and criticism, with talk about perfectionism and competition and technique, but I hope that I can encourage something more spontaneous and joyful. Singing affords you the opportunity to say all of the things that you cannot find the words to express. And it is what you are expressing that is the most important. You do not have to write your own music and lyrics to sing. Reinterpretation offers you the opportunity to say something deeply personal through words and music that you identify with. With that framework already in place, you don't have to search blindly to express what's inside of you, and you gain the opportunity to learn about yourself. I want to move away from this world of hypercriticism and to encourage a more encouraging world where even an untrained voice feels secure to express their hearts without fear of judgment. And I am making these points in memory of a beautiful young singer named Johanna, whose voice was taken from this world far too soon. Because Johanna's last words to me were, "Can I talk to you?" But she and I never got to have that conversation. I saw a lot of myself in her. Like me, Johanna felt that she communicated best through her singing. And I serve her memory by encouraging you all to sing far more often so that none of us may ever leave those things unsaid. We all sing for the things that we don't have the words to say. So let singing become a part of your daily life. Sing in the shower, sing in your cars, sing in the supermarket and see if somebody joins in. Chances are they will. If you've ever had a song stuck in your head, you know how catchy singing is. Singing is a gift that we give to ourselves and to one another. My gift to my little one will be to help turn those primal screams into beautiful, powerful melody. And I'm honored to give this gift to all of you here today. This gypsy lullaby was written by Anton Dvorak and is called Songs My Mother Taught Me.